Alright, hey guys, what's up? This is Jacob. I'm kind of making this video on the fly. It is 4:02 in the morning. I haven't been to bed yet, and my mom and my aunt are sleeping in the next room, so hopefully I don't get too loud. I just wanted to make a quick video trying to touch on the subject of just, I guess, coming to terms with yourself and who you are. So, what's the point in going through the pain and hassle of surgery for transgender people if people can still tell your sex at birth, what you were born as? What's the point? What's the point of changing your name or your gender on all your legal documents if people in your life will still refer to you as that past person? What's the point? I know that for a lot of people, a lot of questions like that go through your heads constantly, all the time, every day. Those are just two of my questions, things that I notice about trans people. Transness and being so visible and being so obviously trans is actually not something that I signed up for in my life, at least not wittingly, not intentionally. I'm not saying that there's no purpose for me being transgender. I think that I definitely would not be the same person I am today if I was born a cisgender male. And so there is a point, and that's the whole deal. What it boils down to is, like, what's the point of going through all of the pain and stress of becoming who you are? And what's the point of working so hard to cover up the past and who you were? Because who you were, doesn't matter in comparison to the present day. That's the past is the past. You can't dwell on that. I don't know how many other ways to say it except that I definitely worry about people looking into my life and knowing my history. I don't care to divulge my past regardless of my gender. Doesn't really matter. The past is the past, like I said, and it holds a lot of things that are very triggering, or to my emotions, as people would say. Things that bring up bad memories that I don't want to even discuss. Nothing comes to mind like at the moment, but if, say, like, I were in therapy and they were asking me to dredge up all of these details about who I was before, I feel like I probably wouldn't want to share anything with them, because that's not relevant to who I am in this moment. It doesn't. I mean, I realize that everything adds up and amounts to what you are now, but I really don't view it as relevant when people ask things like, well, have you had your surgery yet, or are you post-transition, or you know what I mean? Like, that's my personal business, whether I'm legally recognized as the gender that I'm presenting as, and you should know better than to stick your nose into that business, because nosiness is not a good look. It's just not cute. And also, it's just very rude. You should never, assume that a trans person is at any particular stage in their transition, but at the same time, you really have to be conscientious, whatever, of how you word the things that you say to trans people, because I don't want to say that, we're extra uber sensitive or anything, which, I mean, I kind of am. I'm a very sensual, emotive type of person. I'm very introspective, and I internalize a lot of my emotions. I always have. I have to actually get better at learning to externalize those things, and that's, I guess, part of getting over the whole female side of me, is that that past person, would have never admitted that there was anything to get over or get beyond or get past. That person would have acted like there was no problems in the world for the rest of their life, even though it was pretty plainly obvious that problems were abounding, and I mean surrounded by hostility, poverty, hunger, rage, depravity, abuse. That's just like borderline touching the surface. And so yeah, I mean I have a pretty hectic past, and my friend actually wants to make a documentary about my transition. I don't know if it's going to work out, but it was a nice gesture of him to say that my life is inspirational. I think I might try to come up with a couple of old photos for you guys, just so I can kind of show you what I did look like when I was little, because I just want to see, I'm curious to see how it translates on camera, what I looked like as, you know, a little bitty kid to a full-grown adult now. And then, you know, that's aside from the whole transsexual thing, like the female to male transition, my gender identity, quote-unquote disorder. I mean, you can call it whatever you want to call it, but I am happy and I'm glad with where I'm at today. And I don't want to say no part of me is female, but the part that people would try to identify for me, like if they would meet me and say, why still see a female face when I look at you, or anything to that degree, I resent that. I don't see it, I don't want to, I don't feel it. Sometimes I feel more feminine than I do at the moment, but most of the time it's just masculine all the way around, and it always has been, and hopefully it always will be, because that's what I'm used to and that's how my brain works. So yeah. As far as transition changes goes, testosterone has given me some hairy legs, which is kind of cool because it's about time. My arm hair is getting thicker. My mustache is getting slightly thicker, but no darker yet, which is sad. Still no sign of sideburns. Still have this one weird hair that pops out over here. It's stupid. Nothing on the chin, neck, nowhere. So, yeah, I guess I will try to have some stuff together for you by my 11 months on T, which will be July 23rd. And I can't believe my 1 year is only a little over a month away. That's freaking crazy. Okay, well I guess it's more like 2 months still, but whatever. Still, I mean, that's awesome. And who would have thought 1 year ago today I would be this guy? You know what I mean? So I'm happy. But anyway, comment, rate, subscribe, do whatever you're gonna do. I haven't said that in a long time. The subscribe button is up there. Leave your little words, sprinkle them all down there. Little children. I don't know why I sounded like a witch. If I could cackle right now, I would, but it would be too loud. Plus, witches are women. Everybody knows that, and I'm not a woman. So, anyway, yeah, that was stupid. But I'm gonna go, and everybody have a good night, or good morning, or whatever time it is where you're at viewing this. Alright? Peace.